For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, hello again. Paul Dingeman back. I want to thank Mr. Thomas B. Shorkey for filling in for me while I was off last week. He did a very, very good job. We're glad that we got a potential designated hitter. That's the guy I was looking for. Yeah. We are here today to talk about an event that comes up for the last 45 years in St. Clair, and they're going to have their 46th annual this year, this coming weekend. It is the St. Clair Art Association's Art Fair. Joining us from the Art Association, Sandy Atterbury. Welcome back to Focus Set. Nice to see you. Harant Harachian.
Paul.
Mr. Dave Fry, and John Steffi, all representing various aspects of what's going to happen this coming weekend. Sandy, let's start with you.
Okay, well, the art fair has been around a long time. It started in 1972, and in the first few years they were only in the mall.
Yep.
And then in later years now it's extended into the park almost all the way down to the Voyager.
It's such a beautiful site.
It is.
And there's such a variety of media and types of art. When you said when in '72 when it started, they used the old Thompson furniture store as the home for the featured artist in the center of the lobby there.
And they had wooden easels. So now everybody brings in their own booths and.
Took forever to set up and take down.
Yep.
So this is so much better now.
It is, and it's growing and changing all the time. I believe next year there are new plans in place already for a change.
You told us before we went on the air, there's 101 artists?
101 artists, visual artists, and then of course Harant has his musicians.
Of the 101 artists, where do they come from? What are their media?
We have a lot of jewelers, potters, painters, very few painters anymore.
Is that nationally? Is it a trend or
I think it's a trend. It's easy to buy a photograph or a piece of jewelry versus a big painting. We just seem to have fewer painters applying.
Okay.
But we're pretty much covered with sculptors coming, and woodworkers.
Glassblower?
Maybe one or two.
There used to be a lot of those, but...
Right, and we have the garden, the guy with the beautiful spinners.
Sprinklers.
They're wonderful.
Pieces.
The sprinklers, yeah. And there's a fantastic sculptor coming from Pennsylvania, I believe. Yeah.
You referred to the poster behind us here that Jason Steyer, who couldn't be here, might show up. I mean, he had another meeting. Talk to me about what this is.
This is the mission statement, if you will, for our Public Art Committee, that we will work with the community, getting them involved in art projects, and the idea is that it strengthens our partnerships between the Art Association, Public Art, and the community.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And is that a new logo with the
yes, it is.
The
it's
work that
new,
Mr. Fry did in the mall?
Yes.
With the
brand new logo. It's going to be on our T-shirt. We have Public Art T-shirts now too. You have a logo for your car too.
Before we go down the line here with Harant and the rest of the fellas, talk to me about what's happening this weekend, Eric.
In our every year we have a featured artist. This year we decided that we would focus on a decade of public art as our featured artist. And it started out in 2007 with Eva Hermsmeyer's mural at the harbor, which was actually for the sesquicentennial the following year. But that is what started the interest in public art. Okay. And so we received a grant.
We'll stop you there, and Jared's going to throw up that picture of from the marina, and it's the mural, Jared. There we go. There.
Yeah.
So that's
this mural was, the call to artists was to celebrate the maritime history of St. Clair for the sesquicentennial in 2008. So Eva Hermsmeyer won the contest and that it's in great shape. 10 years later, it still looks beautiful.
And it's not a painting, it's tiles.
No,
No, it's a painting?
no, it's a painting. It's a
Okay.
painting on the Harbour Master's east wall.
East wall, right.
And it still looks fantastic. So she's got, you know, workers here for the shipping industry, the urban renewal, the waving statue, and of course the freighter. But anyway, as a result of that, there was such a lot of interest. That's what started public art in
Okay.
2008. And then we went on to other projects that I can talk about later.
Okay, all right.
And one of the values of public art is people come to see the public art, as well as if you are taking a vacation somewhere, and if you're going to the Grand Canyon, you're going to see scenic things, or you're going to a museum, or you're going to see a particular architecture or something, or art for many people. And by creating this public art, the 10 years, there's posters, and with the being featured this year, it really shows a lot of the creations that have been made over the years,
Over 10
and
years.
how much value it brings, because people do come up to see the fountain and things that the fire pit at China Township Hall, Wally. People from out of the area come, and you know, sometimes they buy lunch and spend money here and
Or maybe
pay
come back and buy a
taxes.
house.
Or back, yeah. But I mean, there's more value to the public art than a lot of people it may appear to a lot of people, because it's just the tourist aspect of it. So hopefully that'll continue to bigger and better things. I mean, the Public Art Committee is working on multiple things, and hopefully it'll come about in the near future.
Yeah, so we're highlighting, you know, the street banners, which started in 2009, the Seasons contest, the painting contest, Wally, the fish out of water, and one of our members
You
has
can roll through those, Jared.
created a replica of our fish that's going to be hanging in the art center. We also will be highlighting the library
There's the
murals.
fish right
the
there.
children's library, the murals, and Jeff Cornish's murals at the Little League Center, field out there.
The one up there now is
This is in the library.
In
This
the
is-
library.
This is the book tree. If you've not been into the children's wing, it's worth a visit.
Right.
Yeah.
Jason's done an outstanding job in the children's
Yes,
area
we did.
of the
The
library.
Public Art Committee all worked on
Okay.
that.
The next one, Jared?
And this is the globe, Jason.
Talk to us about that.
Well, that is the fire pit, a steel globe that we had fabricated by an artist who's also going to be in our art fair. It represents, it's at China Township Park. It's one of the later projects that we've done with public art. And not only have we done the two freighter statue, we've developed China Township Park as a collaboration. We have a Michigan patio out of fieldstones there. It also includes, in the center of that fieldstone patio is the fire pit. And we had the artist, we commissioned the artist, and he custom engraved that. And it represents 3 or more communities, but it represents St. Clair, China Township, and Marine City. And you'll see there's a drawbridge for St. Clair, and to the right there's pine trees and canoes representing China Township, and you can see the lighthouse in the background, which represents Marine City, and that's a collaboration of not only St. Clair and the Art Association, but other municipalities in the area that are working. That will segue into our next public art project, which is the block project. And I don't know if this is the right time or if we're still getting through. The block project is the brainstorm, a potential idea of Jason, of course, isn't here tonight, but
We got some blocks there.
yeah, 3 out of 4 of us, we all help out at Art Fair. I help a little bit with Art Fair and everyone helps a little bit with public art, but we're both on both committees, and this year we're integrating the two, both the art fair and the public art. And the block project people are becoming more and more familiar with is we're starting with, and we're up to 30, but we may have to be up to 40 or 50 blocks. And
Wow.
what the photo showed, these blocks are 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet, and they're all going to be decorated in a different creative manner artistically.
So the 30 people or 35 that are involved are doing their own design.
Yes.
Each person does their own design. Dave created one, and it's in the courtyard now, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But the blocks are not just individual artists or creators. We're hoping that it becomes into a community or neighborhood block to where maybe a whole block of neighbors would get together and create something and become more of a community in the process of
Great idea.
doing something for.
It's fun. too.
Yeah, it's fun.
So we're working the entire community. Eventually, all these 30 or 5 or 40 blocks are all going to be assembled into a great courtyard party, I guess we're calling it. And we set the date for that, if I'm trying to remember that. Wasn't it in
October.
September? October?
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oktoberfest block party. We'll give you more information. It was the 2nd or 3rd week of October.
Yeah.
And once we have a community party, block party, late in the fall, then we're hoping to, next year in 2018, take this community display to Art Prize in
Wow.
Grand Rapids.
That's pretty
So it's
spectacular.
aggressive ideas,
Yeah.
yes.
The
All
art-
right, so go ahead.
Well, I was going to say during the art fair, we have been given cardboard blocks for kids to decorate. So we have 100 painted cardboard blocks for youngsters to decorate.
St. Clair
And to-
Packaging contributed those.
Yes.
Or donated those. And on July 8th, we're having a vision party for it, which really sort of kicks off the blocks, even though we have over 30 committed blocks already. On July 8th, we're really starting to push it with the vision party. So anyone who is interested can come to that particular meeting and get more information, or they can get their own block, or they can possibly join a neighborhood that already has one or something.
So we're going to hear more about that as the summer progresses.
Sure.
But let's, for the sake of time here, let's get back to the art fair, because Harant is just waiting to talk.
Yeah, I'm waiting to
That's-
talk. Performing artists.
Okay.
Art is not only static visual. Art is in many different forms, and performing artists are pleasing to the eye and the ear. So the performing artists are, we have a center stage in our plaza, the plaza area downtown. We're going to have over 12 or 13 different acts throughout
Wow.
the weekend.
Very good.
Most of them are 2-hour blocks on that stage. We've got some strolling musicians going through, basically starting at the north end of the mall, walking across the street, working their way all the way down the boardwalk, and walking all the way, making their way back to the south end of the mall, and within a 1-hour frame of time, playing all that time. We've got some local talent. We've got some talent from as far away as Novi. So it's everything, eclectic. We got
Okay.
everything.
All right.
We got line dancers.
All right.
Come on down and try
That'd be
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Sandy, what else have we got?
I think that we need to recognize our sponsors.
Okay.
We've over this 10-year period, not just for the art fair, the Community Foundation, St. Clair Community Foundation, the St. Clair Foundation, a lot of local businesses and organizations have supported us, and individuals. You know, we've been so lucky. They've been so generous to us.
Well, you give so much to the community yourselves as a group that it's nice to see that people recognize that and
Yeah.
come back and support you in return. So that's
I know the performing artists are always, as soon as they leave here, they will be contacting me within a month to book it again next year. They always like it so much.
What can, besides coming, what else can the public do to help you?
Raffle tickets. We have raffle tickets.
We have
$1 a piece. Every one of them is a winner.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 draw. So I'm
Plus the 5K
the 5K
in the
run.
morning.
Yes.
They can participate in that.
The 5K is a race that used to be run, sponsored by the St. Clair Rotary Club.
Right.
And John Steffi's going to get into that in a minute. But it's now been handed over to the St. Clair Art Association and Michael Grover. And he's going to run it, and he's going to expand it, and he's expecting great numbers this year. But it'll start about 7:30, 8 o'clock, I think, is the setup
Yeah.
time.
Saturday.
The setup, yes.
Saturday.
Is that
The 24th.
8:30 to start?
the start of
Yeah. There's a limit to how long we can keep M29
Right.
closed down. So
Right.
there's some.
I
Okay,
guess
there's
we
the
need
race.
faster runners.
There's
Yeah.
a beautiful new,
No slow runners
beautiful
allowed.
new logo, too, for the,
Isn't
for
that
the
great?
St. Clair Art Association Art Fair.
Oh, that's good.
Did you do that, Dave?
No.
No? Jason did that? Jason Starr?
Yeah.
That wonderful guy?
If you
Yeah.
sign up for the race, you can have a shirt
Okay.
And a medal.
All right.
and a medal.
Let's turn it over to John Steffi for a couple seconds here about the Association of St. Clair Rotary Club and St. Clair Art Association. And there's going to be, Harant mentioned tickets. You're going to be down there. The Rotary's going to be there selling tickets on a raffle on a Great Lakes freighter. Tell me about
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
True. Not a freighter.
Well, I serve not only on the Art Fair Committee and Public Art, but I'm also with Rotary and with Paul. And I know Rotary did the Artful Dodger race in the past, and it got to be so much that they asked for help from Art Association.
Right.
And Mike Grover has done an incredible job of taking that over. He's Art Fair chairman, correct?
Yes.
And he accepted the whole race. And not only is it going to be up and running, it looks like it's going to be highly successful. He was supposed to be here, so I'm not trying to speak for him, but he needs to get the plug. And I believe that he came to Rotary and did a presentation to all the
Right.
Rotarians, and a couple Rotarians have offered to help in the volunteer capacity. And we're always looking for volunteers. If anybody wants to help with the Artful Dodger or with the Art Fair Association itself, come on down and we'll find a task for you, delivering water or popcorn. Anyhow, we have new leadership at Rotary, and Rotary is going to probably fire up a little bit. And I would like to see a greater collaboration in the future between Rotary and the Art
Might be a
Association.
good idea.
So I'm hoping in the future we'll see like more volunteers helping with the Artful Dodger, and in public art, what we're talking about is about creativity, community, and collaboration. So the more groups that we work together, the more leaders that come out, it benefits both the Rotary and it benefits the Art Association. I know Rotary will, as a nonprofit, will have a nonprofit table at the art fair, and I believe that they're going to be selling their freighter raffle tickets along with art fair tickets. Art fair tickets are less expensive, so you buy some of it each.
Rotary's
Yeah.
are $10,
Spread
Yeah.
your money.
and
Yeah.
you can win a trip on the Great Lakes freighter to take 6 people. That's the amazing
Yeah.
thing.
And I was
Yeah.
talking with a lady 2 days ago who did that, and she just went on how phenomenal that freighter trip
Excellent.
was. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll look forward to those groups working together tighter in the future.
How about to wrap it up for us? Invite everybody on the 24th and the 25th, 10 in the morning both days till late afternoon, and in the plaza,
We'd
Riverview
love to
Plaza,
see
and in the Palmer Park.
And in Palmer Park. We'd love it if
And
people
one
would
thing
come back.
different this year is the park is going to be open, well, the courtyard is going to be open like you see it on a daily basis. So the fountain will be running, the grass will be good for sitting and just hanging out.
Perfect,
If you
yeah.
get tired of looking at art, or you need a break and you need to eat something or
Or swimming
go to
deep
warm
fries.
water. Yeah.
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 Cool down.
Send your kid to cool down, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're trying to make it more community-based by leaving it the way it is, and people
Can
just
enjoy it.
enjoying the space and each other.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in case people don't know, I should salute Dave Fry for the fountain itself. And then
Yes.
you guys can talk to me about how Dave got or who came up with the idea, and you've got two freighters looking at each other. We have a picture of that, Jared?
It's that maritime thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a public art project.
It was a public art project, yeah.
Okay.
There's-
David's brain.
And the lights are on at night. I don't know if you've ever seen the
Okay.
green and the red.
Yeah,
Starwood Port.
during this winter, the committees allowed me to put on some lights, and it gives you a different atmosphere at nighttime, and the colors are changing and reflecting off the metal and everything. And at nighttime, it's also reflecting off the water, and so it's a little different. And with more nighttime people coming to the plaza, it just makes it a little more interesting.
We'll run out of the war water and go take a quick shower.
Whatever plug you want, yeah.
Well, we want to thank you as the CTV. Thank you for all the efforts that everybody on this group does, St. Clair Art Association.
Thank you for having
And
us.
for 46 happy years,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it continues again. So that's it. The invitation, it's this coming Saturday and Sunday in the Riverview Plaza, and of course throughout Palmer Park across the street. Come on down, enjoy your city, enjoy Blue Water area and the Marine City, St. Clair, and Port Huron area. We got a great spot to be, and you're going to really have fun next weekend. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. Thanks very much for tuning in. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.